This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Joshua Parker of Milford Football, or I think Josh. What do you go by?
I'll go by Josh. It's easier.
Okay, sounds good. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. How about you? Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Hey, how about this? Congrats on the big win over Kettering. I know we were talking before this. It was what a game to start off with. I know this was a big game for Coach, but going up against his alma mater, and what was it like to get the win, start off 1-0 in a really, really good defensive game for you guys?
Starting off the season 1-0 is always a plus. You get off on the right foot, and it's just a big, exciting way to break out in the senior season, I think. So.
Okay, so I was at practice a few weeks ago for you guys, and it just seemed that there's just this level of excitement around the program. Trying to accomplish something that you guys have never done before. What's that like to be part of a very confident group going after something that that you guys have never done before?
I think that there's a lot of excitement this year around the senior class. We've been playing together since 4th, 5th grade and all the way through middle school and high school. So I think we finally want our chance to make a statement on the league and really just give it all we've got.
So for people that don't know, what position do you play?
I play slot and free safety.
Okay. So you're on both sides of the ball. What is that like for you? Because I know it's like, for some, it's like, it may be sometimes it definitely was a lot because of, with the heat and everything. Mm-hmm. But what was that like to just, be out there on both sides of the ball and stuff?
I consider myself more of a defensive guy personally, so that's where a lot of my time stood. But I will sub in on offense quite frequently. But I think it's nice to get a feel for how the team plays on offense and defense, because I feel that kind of dictates how we can play the rest of the game.
Okay, let's go inside your head a little bit. What is going through your head when you're out there trying to make a play and stuff? What specifically are you thinking about when you're out there?
When I'm playing defense at free safety, I'm always thinking back first or pass first. So I'm backpedaling like 90% of the plays. And then if they throw it, try to go rally, make a play or get an interception, something like that.
Okay. Defensively, it's always been, to hold them to no points. That's obviously the goal of every team. I don't know if there are many perfect games, obviously things to work on as always, but that had to be a great way to start off the year.
100%. Yeah, it was really exciting to, always hold the team to less than 10 points, let alone 0. So great way to start the season.
Okay. So first home game of the year next week against South Line East. They're always a good team. Coach Top always brings a very confident group. What's that going to be like to go up against a really good Cougars team?
We're all looking forward to it personally, home opener, and they got us last year. So trying to get back at them.
Okay. Let's go back inside your head a little bit. And how do you mentally prepare for a game?
I personally like to watch as much film as I can beforehand, like from whatever game we have possible, to just have my best chance at stopping whatever they're going to throw at us.
Yeah. Outside of football, outside of school, what do you like to do?
I hang out with my friends a lot. I like to go golfing, just nice chill and relax weekends away from the banging and smashing of football a week.
I might go hit golf balls today. So that might be something I'm going to go do today. So, going into a game, what, like before, like right before a game, what is it like? What are you feeling before a game?
It used to be a lot of nerves, but now I'm realizing that this is probably my last season ever playing football. So it's just all excitement, just trying to give everything I've got and go out there and win.
Yeah. if you listen to any music before a game, what is on Josh's playlist?
Ooh, there's a lot of Young Thug on there. There's
Yeah,
some Gunna on there too.
yeah,
So something upbeat, fast paced.
yeah. Let's see. What is this? How long have you been playing with this senior class?
So I moved to Michigan in fourth grade, and ever since then, I've been with the same group of kids. So going on 8 years now.
Yeah. I mean, is it just like you guys are just all friends and all that stuff, and anytime you get to play with people that you've known for such a long time, you guys, you know them,
Mhm.
they know you, they know basically everything about you and trying
Yeah.
to make it up. What's that like?
So it's awesome. We're not only friends through football, but like we hang outside of school with each other all the time. Like this is my core group of guys that I'm always with.
Okay. What is Coach Mikovich like, and what's he, what impact has he made, throughout the last few years?
He's had a great impact, I think. He's always got a ton of energy, and he's like almost 100% always pushing everybody to be their best whenever
Absolutely.
they can be.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to know you a little bit, Josh. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. So, there's only one way to do that. The famous 10 burning questions. We already answered the first one. So we'll move on to the second one. The first one was how do you mentally prepare for a game? The second one is on a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you at replying to text messages?
I think I'm pretty good. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. I respond pretty quick.
Okay. Okay, so this is a fun one. So Milford, so let's just say hypothetically, Milford is building something, and they're always building something.
Mhm.
So like, and you get to pick what it is. So you get to pick what new thing is going into Milford. It could be a restaurant, it could be a store, it could be. What do you think? What if you got to decide what goes into Milford? What would you pick?
I've got to go with a Chipotle in downtown. I think that would make a ton of money, and I would be there all the time.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Chipotle, one of the rare times Chipotle is pretty good. Okay,
yes,
are you a burrito guy or are you a bowl guy?
I'm a bowl guy for sure.
Okay. All right. What is your pregame meal before game?
I like to eat pasta the night before and then chicken the day of the game. So,
Okay. What do you do to make yourself feel better if you're having a bad day?
um, I like to go like I listen to music by myself. I mean, maybe I'll go work out. I like to be alone if I'm having a bad day. So,
Okay. How much do you remember about past seasons of football?
ooh, these recent years I remember a ton because that's like high school, but even like middle school and elementary, I'd say I remember a good bit. So,
Um, let's see. If you got to pick one social media app to use and delete the rest, what would it be?
probably Snapchat just because I can like talk to so many people that way. And like I'm really not on Instagram a ton, so I wouldn't mind losing that one.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've been watching all these, and if you made it to the 10 burning questions part of this interview, I'm pretty sure you know what question number 8 is. And the
Mhm.
most fun question out there, rank your top 5 fast food restaurants. So here's how this works. You have your regular fast food restaurants, then you have all the premium stuff. So that's where the Chipotle's, the Qdobas,
Mhm.
Five Guys, all that. Restaurants count too. So 1 is being the best, and then 5 is it's still good, but there's 4 ahead of it. So you can go
Okay.
1 up to 5 or 5 down to 1.
We'll start at 1. I think the best is Chipotle. That's why I would add 1 into Milford. 2, I've got to go Culver's.
Okay.
3, I think McDonald's is a safe pick at 3.
All right.
4, we'll go Five Guys.
All right.
It's that low because it's expensive.
Yes.
But and then 5, I'll go Arby's at 5. I think Arby's is good.
Okay. I had Arby's last night, so that's pretty good. What is a song that you know every word to without looking?
Ooh, Mr. Brightside by the Killers. I listen to that all the time.
Are you a Michigan fan?
I am a Michigan fan.
Okay, that explains it. Uh, every Michigan fan knows what that is.
Exactly.
Um, Speaking of which, I was up there yesterday. So, and finally, what would if let's say if Josh Parker could tell his younger self something, what would something he knows now but didn't know then? What would he tell him?
Just appreciate your time. Like when I was little, I was always looking forward to, high school and middle school back in elementary school. And I wish I could have savored that a little bit more because it's almost over now.
All right. Well, Josh, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. Best of luck the rest of the season, and best of luck next week against South Line East.
Yes, thank you for having me.